Dear students, in this lecture, we are going to prove the result that if limit inferior equals to limit superior, then sequence is convergent. Let Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity be a sequence of real numbers be a sequence of real numbers such that limit inferior of Sn equals to limit superior of Sn and these exist finitely then the sequence Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is convergent and in this case and in this case limit of sequence equals to limit inferior of Sn and limit superior of Sn. Let us see proof of this result. Let L is equal to limit inferior of Sn equals to limit superior of Sn. Okay, so this is first statement so that we can refer it to later on. This is our first statement. For each n belongs to I, define small mn equal to GLB of Sn plus 1 and so on, and capital Mn equal to LUB of Sn plus 1 and so on. By definition of limit inferior and limit superior, we can write that as this exists finitely, we can write that limit n tends to infinity inferior of Sn equals to limit of Mn and limit superior of Sn equals to limit of capital Mn as n tends to infinity. This follows from definition of limit inferior and superior. Take epsilon greater than 0 as limit n tends to infinity small mn, that is GLB of this set, Mn is GLB of this set, equals to L. By definition of limit of a sequence, there is n1, positive integer n1, such that if n is greater equal to n1, then distance between Mn and L is less than epsilon. This implies that n is greater equal to n1 this will imply that Mn lies between L minus epsilon and L plus epsilon. We are interested only in this part, so let us use rule of inference, which is known as simplification. I mean this, if P and Q, then we can always write P or Q, any statement which we need. So it is L minus epsilon is less than Mn and Mn is less than L plus epsilon. Out of these two statements, I am just need this, so that I am taking away. So this implies L minus epsilon is less than Mn. But what is Mn? Mn is greatest lower bound, that is, it is lower bound. Since Mn is lower bound, we can further write that n is greater equal to n1 implies L minus epsilon is less than Sn. Say this is second statement. This is second statement, and the reason is that since Mn is always less equal to Sn for any n, that's why this is true. Okay, so by transitivity, Mn is less equal to, L minus epsilon is less than Mn and Mn is less equal to Sn, so L minus epsilon is less than Sn. This is our second statement. So this part we deducted by using the fact that limit of Mn is L. Limit of Mn is actually limit inferior, and that equals to L. So you may write for clarity, this is equal to L, because we have taken limit inferior and superior equal to L. Okay. So this part we deducted using limit inferior of Sn is L. Now similar part we are going to deduct using limit superior of Sn equal to L. Limit superior of Sn equal to L. So as limit of Mn equals to L, there is n2 belongs to I such that n is greater equal to n2 implies distance between Mn and L is less than epsilon. This implies that n is greater equal to n2. This can be written as Mn lies between L minus epsilon and L plus epsilon. Again, we are interested only in this part. Okay, so that I'll take away from this. This implies n is greater equal to n2 implies L minus epsilon is less than Mn. This implies again n is greater equal to n2 implies L minus epsilon is less than Sn. Why is it? Because Mn is least upper bound, means it is upper bound. So Sn is less equal to Mn. So say this is third statement, and you can specify the reason for this step. The reason is that Sn is less equal to Mn for this. Okay. So this is our third statement. Now from second and third, you can easily observe that limit of L, sorry, I made a mistake here. I should have written, let me correct out the things. So Mn is, yeah, I made a mistake here. Please take into account this mistake. I need only this part. So the corrected step would be Mn is less than L plus epsilon and Mn is less equal to Sn. No, that was correct. So it is L minus epsilon is less than Mn and Mn is, so that is correct. Sn. This is correct. And yes, the correction is here only. Mn is less than L plus epsilon. This part I needed, that I am taking away. And since Sn is less equal to Mn plus 1, that I could write as Sn is less than L plus epsilon. Okay. So there was a slight correction involved here in this step that you take into account. Sn is less than L plus epsilon. Now, if try to understand meaning of this statement. L minus epsilon is less than Sn when n is greater or equal to n1, and this implies, and the third statement states that L plus epsilon is greater than Sn when n is greater or equal to n2. What I want that these two statements to hold simultaneously. L minus epsilon is less than Sn and Sn is less than L plus epsilon. So as usual, we will take maximum of n1 and n2 so that these two statements, I mean Sn is less than L plus epsilon and L minus epsilon is less than Sn, will hold simultaneously. So take n is equal to maximum of n1 and n2. Then from second and third, you can write n is greater or equal to n implies that L minus epsilon is less than Sn is less than L plus epsilon. That is, n is greater or equal to n implies that distance between Sn and L, that is mod Sn minus L, is less than epsilon. Thus, for every epsilon greater than 0, there is n belongs to I satisfying this condition. By definition of convergence of a limit, convergence of a sequence, we can say that limit of Sn is L. So it follows that limit of sequence Sn is L. Limit of sequence Sn is L. But what is L? L is limit inferior, and that equals to limit superior. Limit inferior of Sn, and that also equals to limit superior of Sn. So it equals to limit n tends to infinity superior of Sn. So this completes the proof of our desired result. Now let me write the conclusion of the result that we have proved so far. So what we have proved so far? In the last 2 lectures, we proved this result. So the summary, in a conclusion, I could summarize all results in a single statement like this. Sequence Sn is convergent if and only if limit inferior of Sn and limit superior of Sn exist finitely. So this exists, they are equal and exist finitely. So it is equal to, say, a finite real number. So sequence Sn is convergent if and only if equal to limit inferior equals to limit superior and limits exist finitely. Limits exist finitely. So this was main purpose of last 3-4 lectures, to prove this result, and that we have obtained. It is if and only if, so we proved both forward implication and reverse implication. Okay. Thank you.